record into a podcast. Invite your friends. If you guys are following me on YouTube, I need to make more friends on YouTube. So subscribe. I'm going to be making a new website for you guys to donate to the podcast and for the supporters to get behind. If you guys know anyone who wants to get involved, has commercials, wants me to talk about them, people who want to call me, to go ahead and tell your friends about it. We're going to be in this kind of environment. How's that look? Oh, that's not bad. I wonder if that's not bad, you know. And it's quiet. We're going to go live here. Let's see what goes on there. Going live on TikTok. What's up, TikTok? TikTok. Welcome to the show where we talk about really what's going on in the lives of the everyday people. So those of you who are here, thank you. Hit the love and likes, share this immediately. It's just starting. So the more likes we get at the beginning of the show, it adds a lot of value towards the middle when we want people to show up. So all of you, I could see the likes. No one's here is pushing the likes. Go ahead and give that a try. Share this also. Hit the little share button. Invite as many people that you may know that want to have a discussion about relationships, inner child. And I can actually get down pretty deep about personality and identity. These are things that we talk about on the podcast. What's up? Welcome. So if you're watching right now, again, not one of you is hitting likes. Not one of you is listening. I'm upset. Sorry to say, I can tell not one of you is hitting likes. Who's here? I'm gonna actually call these people out. They're not tapping likes. They're all hitting yes and love. But Christy, Riker, Zora, MC, Cola. Are you guys sleeping? Karen, wake up. User, Jane Marie, you guys wake up and hit likes. There you go. Keep tapping them. Whoever's doing it, keep it up. It's not a lot to expect. This is TikTok, and we're gonna have amazing conversations on the show that you're probably not used to on TikTok. So maybe, like I said, call your friends, or you know what, if you're not interested in something with a little bit more depth, a little bit more relationship into the subconscious, then go ahead and get out. You know, we don't want to get people too consumed with reality because they might actually enjoy ending up happy. So this is actually a show I love to discuss happiness, and the way we do that is people call me on Instagram. You give me a call on Instagram. You're anonymous, and we record the conversation. It's pretty straight. It's pretty simple, and it's really the way we like to do it. And this is the application. It's a new podcast, so it's on a application called Tools. No, my podcast. New podcast. Where's the button for the new podcast? It's called Bosscast on Spotify Tools. Cool. What day is it today? Can any of you answer that? What day is it today? Today is April 12th, Tuesday. So we're starting the Bosscast Tuesday, April 12th for those of you. I'm not sure when this podcast will end. Sometimes they're 6 hours long, sometimes they're 4 hours long. But those of you who are listening right now, one thing I would love for you all to always figure out a way to share this podcast with your friends. Let them know that we're just having conversations with regular folks about regular lives. And I can tell you guys what I like about doing this, and I can also let you all inform you about my opinions and you know what I would like as a dude and my expectations of reality. So, but I also like to sit back and listen to what you have in your world. So, those of you who have a cool perspective, have something that either they have to say to the world or would like to maybe just have a listen to their story, give us a call here on the Bosscast, and let's have real conversations about real people all the real time. Time is a new concept for me, by the way. What is it, April 12th? April 12th intro. That's what that's called right there. Boom. This is where we'll record the episodes. This is the phone that I'll hear you from. So, wow, is it quiet? Yeah, it's Tuesdays. Is it Tuesdays? Isn't that what I said? Be there, not sleeping, just come work. Oh, hi there, not sleeping, just you're coming home from work, eh? All that work, all those times spent. Those of you who don't know, I'm actually also publishing the show onto YouTube. So check me out on YouTube at The Boss Vlogs. There's a link in my bio for those of you who know how to do that kind of thing. Now this is going to be my telephone that I'm going to do the conversations from. I think I could just plug it in as an accessory for this. We're going to find a way to get someone to call in. Are you guys new? You're probably new because I do this all the time. Yeah, let me know where you're from. You guys can guess where I'm from by my accent. Can you guess where I am from? Can they guess where I am from? Can they guess? I wonder if they can guess where I'm from. I wonder, yes I do, if they can guess if... I'm also very fun, I like to sing. And I have a toothache, because I just had a root canal that is healing. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Mystery, what's up? Montreal, Canada here. Waking up kind of late, 12 noon in Montreal. What we're doing in Montreal is we're having conversations on the podcast. So I record my conversations on these podcasts, and I believe we're going to do our best to open up. You guys are going to do your best to make me vulnerable. Why don't you guys ask me some questions, see how I answer them to get to know me a little better. You're going to want to do that. It's definitely what we do here. And this is the conversation bit. And I also have other phones that I like to use to let you guys know how to connect with me. Let's see where this is. You know what I didn't do for TikTok? I didn't make any videos. So maybe a video suggestion. Have you guys seen my videos? Why don't you guys make a video suggestion? You guys can actually watch me create a video, which is a good idea. And I will have the phone here streaming you. So I could see that Hasten the Guard? Hasten? Is it Hyacinth? What's that name? Zora, what's up? Good afternoon. It's good morning here in Western Canada, Midwestern Canada. We're here to have conversations. It's pasty white, cold Canada. It's still snowing in where I'm from in Canada. What's it like in your neck of the woods? It's very cold, and I'm just doing my best to do my job of developing a podcast that I do. I run a podcast for those of you that don't know. It's very, very fun. And what happens is people ask me questions, and then they give me a call, and we record the conversation. Where are you? In Calgary? No, Heather is me is a very beautiful woman, by the way. Heather is me. Do me a favor and follow me on Instagram. And if you possibly can, why don't you give me a call? We'll get to know each other. We can have an online date. I'm a really dominant date if you're into that. I love to just, put down my opinion, but I can offer a pretty solid opinion. But I do want to listen to your perspectives. I do. I'm a safe virtual space here. So if Heather is me, you could be a good girl and just follow me on Instagram. I'll actually be able to see you do it. Beautiful Heather. And those of you keep commenting. K-Bro, rainy Glasgow as always in the UK. Let's go to Glasgow in the UK. All of you who don't know how to, if you know how to get to Glasgow in the UK, then do me a favor and click on the link in my bio that leads to my Instagram. I think these might be some messages coming in. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to find that. Where's that phone? I have a phone that I like to use specifically, and you guys are going to wait and be gentle with me here. They're going to wait. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, what phone is this supposed to be? This was supposed to be the podcast phone. We got this phone here we should stream to Facebook as well. So make sure you guys are clicking the links in my bio. That's a really big fundamental for me. You're welcome. K-Bro, you guys keep dumping it. How long your relationship, Zora? How long your relationship? Where the heck is Zora from? Zora, give me a call on Instagram. We can have a discussion about my relationship. But you know what? I have had a relationship in my life. Almost a decade is my longest relationship. Almost a decade. Open relationship. I like to consider myself single, but that doesn't mean that I don't have people in my life. But I personally would never want to be, I'm not like promiscuous by any means. I don't think. What do you guys think? I think, honestly, do you guys want to know, I think the promiscuous culture, the one night stands, you know who I think promotes that culture the most? Mature women. Mature women want to have fulfillment when it comes to the desires, and they're willing to take huge risks. Mature women, for example, mature women who haven't been in a relationship or who've been listening to social norms, for example, but subconsciously have great desires. I think that if they've been listening to social norms and think, I'm a mature woman, I shouldn't be actually approaching men, I shouldn't be dating too much, I shouldn't be having, people, like I said, sex without a relationship because of what people might think. Those women, I think, might be the ones who actually take a lot of the biggest risks because they end up being in situations where they just can't handle. And they really have great desires that subconsciously just overflow them. And then, yeah, the cognitive dissonance might happen. But think about this subconscious sex, subconscious desires for sex. I think that's who oppresses themselves the most. I'll say mature women listening to just a regular, you know what I'm talking about. What do you guys think? Got that right. That's right, Hayes. And that's right. She's hungry for it. Alexandra, for example, she's willing to have an amazing time. I know I bet you if she was approached by a huge muscular man and he's beautiful and he smells nice and he's got massive biceps I bet you, well, how would she feel about it? I don't know. Let's have a discussion about that. Let's be serious. I'll get you guys halfway there. At least I can be that guy. What's up, Monse? Monse's in the house. So if you are new, because I don't always live during the mornings, this is a new deal for me. I'm actually starting a new time schedule because I'm gonna be like an afternoon lunch guy for most of the world. Evenings because I was a late night guy. I've been running a late night show, which, like I said, predominantly mature women. The middle of the night see a guy. What kind of expectations do you think they may have? You ladies know. This app only offers up women. Is there any men on the show? Let me know. If you're, invite some men if I dare you to. I'd like a man to call me up. I'm just trying to show you guys how to call on my but I would love for all of you to get me above 50, and you do that by hitting the likes. There's 50 of you right now, 47 of you. You know, all of you tap the likes. I'll zoom in on my face really close. Oops, really close face shot. That's right. Keep tapping the likes and get that number up to 25,000. I know that sounds like a great deal, but that's what happens. If we can do that quickly by all of you tapping, it means all of you are paying attention and are here for a reason. You know, a lot of people, the internet is a spectator sport, I know, but consider yourself being a supporter. Supporters actually call in, and supporters are people who want to have their voice heard, to tell you the truth. They're people that have more too. Irene, I can see you, by the way. Comments, a great deal. Thank you so much. So I got a boyfriend. Alexandra got a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend, younger man, as I recall. And she's is the same guy as we talked about last time. You want to give me a call and talk about that relationship, because I was talking with Alexandra on my podcast, and I think it's been a long enough time where we might want to hear back from her. So those of you, she's a beautiful New Yorker. She's a registered nurse. She's really wealthy. Nurses are, but they're married to the hospital, and they're like, I got a boyfriend. I really believe nurses, you want to talk about, who dominates a nurse's life? The hospital. The doctors do in Boston and in New York. You know what I'm saying? Morning, Stacy. Stacy's like involved in tourism industry, and she's very, very actually attentive and empathic human being. And so I love to have discussions with her as well. I see you here on TikTok, says, is it Messi? I'm not sure how to say your name, but you're beautiful. Is it Messi? I see you too. Oh, who is this? My new account, is it LLT? I think her name is Jamie. So beautiful. This woman, oh my God. And her friends, Jesus, I want to surround myself. She's in the UK, I think, as well. And LLT, you're 8880. I would love to have a discussion with what I would love to. I'd kiss her feet. I mean, but she'd have to listen to what I told her to do. I mean, she wouldn't mind doing it. She'd do exactly what I said, I'm sure. Those of you who are just waking up from a good nap, afternoon lunch, that's me. Lisa, that's right. Lisa, sorry. Lisa. Lisa. She's gorgeous. She's from the UK. She has a new account here. Oh my God, yeah, I would kiss your feet. I'd kiss your feet. But trust me, she'd do what I told her. I know she would. I'd put her in her place. I'd be gentle though, you guys. I'm a gentle giant. If that makes any sense. But I also believe in a lot more, and I believe that I think this internet thing actually helps us connect with people on a deeper level. There, Lisa. I like the depth, and I think it's weird because the internet lets us open up our hearts and minds to a lot of stuff. I need to take a Motrin I just had a root canal, you guys, and I didn't think I needed. It's still healing. It's taking a few days, but it lets me know it exists. Because I'm 1978. Messi, what are you talking about? What's up, Philippines? Lisa, don't go. I think Lisa should be a good girl and be tapping the screen. because I'm thinking about her. Yeah. Messi, I want to think about you. Are you tapping that screen? 50 from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Yo, what was the last book you read? Let's hear a little bit about the last book you read. I've been reading 50 Shades of Grey. That's not the last book I read, but I think I'm on the last one. Fuck. Like, she's on private jets with the... No, what's she doing? She was on a family dinner. And I think he's finally taking her into the red room. The goddamn red room, ladies. Do you guys think about the red room in the daytime? Are you guys looking for your dom? A lot of women are looking for their dom, but are having a hard time finding it. I think I can offer a good deal of discussion about what women would like in a man, and I think they're having what they're having a hard time finding. And I think a lot of the times they're actually surrounded by men that can fulfill those fantasies, but they're not letting them in because of their own like subconscious blocks and loops. If you guys understand any of that kind of stuff, you're probably either on your way. You can heal them. You should give me a call and tell me how you healed your loops and you found the man of your dreams and you're living your best life. I want to hear those stories. That's a lot for people to talk about, hey? I know. Subconscious desires. Oh, yes, please. Lisa wants to hear it. Lisa wants to find her dom. She needs her dominant man who makes her feel safe, but takes her and tells her what he wants and how he needs it, and she listens up because he feeds her. He feeds her soul. And when a woman's soul is fed that masculine energy, it wants when that feminine then the feminine energy gets to perform the tasks in the world that it wants. And I think TikTok's afraid of this stuff. A lot of people are afraid of this. All of you who are listening and just getting into the trance, listen, what you got to do is you got to hit the likes. You got to hit the likes. This is midday afternoon show. We can take it. A lot of the Europeans, invite your European friends. I'm getting shared to vanilla Canadians, and a lot of vanilla Canadian ladies. They don't want to hear this stuff because their husbands, oh my God, they're controlling them, but in the wrong way, in that domineering way, not that dominant way. She's not allowed to do what she wants. She's at home drinking coffee, and all she wants is to be fulfilled. Like I said, if the pool boy could just come, deliver, and then she could just write her book. But man, you know what's nagging? Those deep down desires. So you know what? I can suggest something right now without a caller. Listen, ladies, if you have those deep, dark desires that are not getting fulfilled on, and at least you're honest with yourself, then what I suggest you do is write them out in your diary. Oh, define this mother, okay? Tell the world who he is, okay? Tell yourself who he is and make sure you know and you believe, because you'll get him. Just, you got to detail him. He's got to be this long, and he's got to be this tall, and he's got to be this strong. And he's going to show up. He's probably going to look nothing like your list. But you know what? I have some suggestions about what you guys might want to learn about how to have him enter your life if he hasn't been. Because you can't blame him. You can't blame him. He exists. I promise you. Your dream exists. Yes. Lips, eyes, so beautiful. I bet you she's not even listening. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I haven't taken my Motrin. Too much. You know what? I can deliver information at light speed. It's a gift. It's a gift. I can deliver, actually. I have a lot. I need someone who can actually handle so much. And a lot of people can't handle, for example, being in a relationship with myself. Can you guys assume? I'm demanding. I'm demanding. I like a demanding woman as well. Don't get me wrong. I like a demanding woman. And I think a lot of women choose men who aren't demanding because they intimidate them. But then women are demanding. If you're a demanding woman, you gotta expect to have a demanding man. It's 50 Shades. Try reading Crossfires series by Sylvia Day. Just like 50 Shades. Crossfires. Okay, I haven't read that. So do you guys want to have a discussion? Why don't you guys leave some comments about 50 Shades? Those that have read 50 Shades. Who is this? Hyacinth. She's sitting here being beautiful. Oh, it's Cynthia. She's sexy. You guys drop gifts if you got them. Gifts bring people to the show. Gifts, comments, and likes, and shares. That's a lot to ask of you. It's not a lot to ask those of you who are listening. Right, thank you so much. Whoever dropped that massive cell phone. You guys, I have an adult audience. I want adult gifts, by the way. There's links in my bio. There's merch. I have merch. That's amazing. But also, I have a PayPal if you just want to feed it to me. I'll feed it to you. Also, private calls I'll set up and I'll straight up offer you some of what I like. and I'll let you know because it's things that I think that you'll be able to relate to. And yeah, we could have a one-on-one if you need, if you want a private conversation, because I like to record. And then that's a good way to get to know me is to see the recordings. Try reading Crossfire. Still, not a comment since then, for real. Well, fuck this. I'm gonna go get some fucking aspirin. I'm gonna be able to show you guys stuff. You guys like that? You can work like this too. That's cool. I like that. Hey. It's kind of mysterious. Ah, who is that? Who's giving me them gifts? Who is that? Dropping me. I love listening to you. Mandy. Mandy, honestly, Mandy, I just want to tell you what to do. You're such a good girl. I'm gentle. I'm, like I said, a gentle giant. You know, a lot of people, when it comes to things like the 50 Shades of Grey novels, and the type of, hey, thank you so much. Keep dropping the gifts. Crabtree, by the way, I would feed it to her. Crabtree and I should have a conversation, actually, a phone call wouldn't hurt. The phone calls give this show depth. It's not just about me. I honestly, you want it, Angelique, thank you so much. Nice chin. I feel like I've been eating a lot of peanut butter. Tell you what to do. You know what I would tell you? I'd just tell you when you kind of get ready to take it down your throat. You know, make sure you're ready to breathe. Trust me, I'll tease you the whole time. But teasing. Okay, so back to the 50 Shades, right? That's an interesting, the BDSM that they discuss. And I don't think that pain is something that I like to deliver, I think that's called, who are those? People who do pain are, masochists, is that what, or they like pain? I think masochist likes me. Adjust your camera, handsome. Crap, what's wrong? You just like my face? Keep asking me, be a good girl. Or you're just looking at the double chin. So she's kind of pissed. You guys know that I'm also streaming this onto YouTube. So those of you who are watching, if you really do want to pay attention and be gentle and kind to me, and you want to make me happy, then what you're going to have to do is go follow me on all those social networks that I have linked in my bio. But if you really want to make me happy, it would be nice if I just got a phone call and have a discussion. I want to hear your voice. I want to listen to you. I want to listen to somebody who's looking for a relationship and thinks that that's going to make them happy, because I think that there's more to it. And I think if you're looking for a relationship, then we can have a quick one online. A really good virtual date. I think I'll offer you what you want. I'll listen. And I'll tell you what I want, what I like. And you can hang up on me if you don't like it, you see? It's a safe space, and that's one thing I totally discuss and create online. And I think people want, they just want an open, honest place to be safe and sound. They like the anonymity. Anonymity, is that the word? I think in online too. And women deserve it. Women have Did you guys hear what I was discussing earlier? I think I was being a little bit too aggressive. I think I might have scared a lot of people off. Paige, what's up? Paige on Zales. There we go. Good to know you can take direction. Crap, did I change it? Oh crap, I could take direction, you know, sometimes if I'm squeezing your wrist too hard or... So hard stops. Do you guys want to tell me your hard stops? I'm feeling, you know what I'm running into is women who are looking for that relationship and they want to feel safe and they want the immediate and then they find it here. This is fine because I'm vulnerable and they want a man who's vulnerable enough and communicate with them because that's going to make them open up and want to be vulnerable with him. And I think there's direction that I can offer women for them to do that, but it's almost masculine. And so for me, like, women can behave, and I think women are the alpha. So one of the reasons that supposedly it's masculine behavior, but I think it's just alpha behavior. And when a lot of mature women already have a lot of these traits, and a lot of women hold back because of social convention. Hey, oh wow, Anna. No safe words. Oh, no safe words, she likes anything goes, hey? Whoo, exciting. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts. The gifts add up. It's a train. I love that she wants to try. I love that. Good girl. No safe words. The train. In every direction, hey? What a good girl. What a good girl she is. Thank you so much. Mawa. Mawa ma. Why? Welcome, Mawa wa why. Hey. How do I call in? Oh, Lisa wants to call in. Okay, I'll show you guys how to call in. Oh no, this phone died. Okay, let's show her how to call in. There's a link, actually just call me on the Instagram is the way it's done, so. I have so many phones here. Might have already tried to call. Oh, this one's at 29%. Lisa, you just call me on Insta. Lisa, I'll message you and you can just call me. And so those of you who want to call me, go follow me on Instagram. The discussion starts there. I mean, that's how I get to be a little bit clearer on who you are. And it's fair, you can go look at my Instagram. I love that. Lisa's in the UK, so it's evening. It's evening in the UK. Interesting dilemma this phone is having. Okay, I'm going to show Lisa and all of you how to call me on Instagram. If you're watching me on TikTok, I also would love your help in a lot of other ways. And if you guys could just do what I ask, you'll have a lot of fun. Getting to know me a lot better. It's just a great way to learn more about what I'm about. I'm a huge tease. I'll get you halfway there, 100%, and we can have a discussion on how to get you all the way there, no matter what. And I think women deserve to get what they want. I mean, if you want to argue with me, do you think women deserve to get what they want? And I think it's a woman's world, so they're going to begin to get. So the sooner we teach women or women teach them, like, actually get what they want, then the world gets what it wants. I think Mother Nature's a woman kind of thing. New voicemail. Someone called my voicemail.
Post a picture and let the comments rate.
Keep commenting some questions. I can see that. Angel face. Teach. Carol, we're gonna teach you guys what you guys want to learn about how to get what you want. Oh, you know what I feel like is assertive women are having a hard time finding men who aren't intimidated, or men who immediately feel rejected by your dominance. You know, as soon as your women are dominant, the pussies fucking end up. Oh, excuse my language. I shouldn't call them that because pussies are badasses. The dudes with fucking who can't handle women, the femininity, right? I'm getting new voicemails endlessly. All right, let's look at if I could find our live here. Are you gonna listen to what I tell you? Make sure you're tapping the likes if you're listening. Lisa's probably just a good girl listening. She's so beautiful. I don't believe I even have her attention. Okay. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. The gifts add up. The gifts add up. Keep delivering the gifts, as you can tell. And the likes, all that stuff adds up. So if you're watching, consider clicking here. Clicking here. This is one of the best produced shows. Look how nice it is. We look good on the Boss Vlogs. That's another deal though, online dating and stuff. You guys got to take good photos. I can help with that too. It's one of the reasons I'm a photographer actually. It's how I learn to talk to people. And so how do you call in? Number one, there's a link in my bio. I do want you all to click the link in the bio before anything else, because this is the way to support me. And I'm gonna have a new website. I'm gonna have a new website, but link in the bio. Click all those. And then you can find Instagram actually, if you go click on the Instagram. And if you click on the Instagram, you can actually get to my profile. I'm distracted, I'm sorry here, I'm acting distracted. And you call me. Ah, it's the tooth. So distracted with this tooth, I'm sorry. Oh, shit. Close your face. Oh, I'm so close to my face. I need to listen to somebody's story right now. Give me a call, Mandy. Give me a call, I'll tell you my name. I just showed you how to give me a call. The link's in the bio. Click the link right here too. That one takes you right to Instagram. Could you guys go do that? It's so simple. Crab, you should give me a call. Carol, we're not even started yet. I'm not even joking. It's the beginning. I go hard for a long time. I usually do it all night. But I figured let's start in the daytime. There's a lot of women who get sleep. and wake up. Kidling's homework. Come on, Carol. She's lonely. She needs a phone call for sure. Talk to me, people. What's up, Perth? Rashid, what's up? You can hear the clock. Honestly, I was thinking if I can get someone to call me. Rashid, what's up? You can hear the clock. Honestly, I was thinking if I can get someone to call me. Ooh, who's on the YouTube? Somebody's on the YouTube. Oh, heaven, we never finished. We'll get a phone call. Heaven, do you want to call me now? People aren't getting it. It's the daytime. I seem to be a lot more chill, so I'm not yelling at people to call. How am I doing? Rashid, I'm okay. I'm overcoming. I'm getting a lot more empathetic to things, I guess is the way I could put it. Oh, working. You're hot though. It's too bad. going. You're the healer. You've got that healing stuff. I kind of wanted to learn about the healing. So you guys want some engagement, eh? Hey, how you doing? Oh, sneaking on her live. She's beautiful, you guys. Go check her out. Hey, give me a break. It's a rough crowd. I think they're all watching soap operas or something. They're used to just consuming, spectating. Yo, social media is not just a spectator sport. You're supposed to be like a part of it. Hopefully you can do that. Add energy. Jesus, Crab is amazing though. Heavenly's amazing too. Ask some cool questions, you guys. I think a lot of people know. If you guys see a question you know the answer to, just answer it. But answer questions like KKH. Let's check out KKH. Blonde bombshell. She likes Chevys and dancing and cowboys. Oh, can't see. Can't see. I'm missing out on her Instagram with this thing. Chevy. Ooh, the oldest woman I've been with. I think I was with a woman who was older, that was like 15 years older than me. I was in a relationship with her for 2 years, 14 and a half years older than me. I mean, she was that much older than me, but I've been in a relationship with women who are older than her because I've been in other relationships throughout that time, right? Like another. So, I mean, I think the oldest woman I've ever been with. That's a funky question. So, I mean, I don't want to discuss actual, like, do I discuss that? She was in her 50s, for sure. A gray fox, for sure. Why the permagrin? Are you watching in front of your coworkers? Are you working? Thank you, Crab. Someone's gonna be a good girl. I love that. She wants to be shown. Go to the front, click here. And then there's a button that says message. You message me. Send me a message and I'll call it. Or you can call me if you know how to call on Instagram. It's really simple. I'm waiting for you. Don't make me wait forever. She's a good girl though, I'll be honest. I'm gonna get to know her. I think there's a WhatsApp link. Mandy, call on the Instagram. Mandy, I think she's at work. Amanda Wolf. We don't get to see Amanda. Where is she? Which one's you, Amanda? Huh? Amanda Wolf. She likes bald guys. I have a feeling. Just a guess. Are you calling? We'll do some squats. Deep squat. Who do you do deep squats? They burn a lot of calories. Why not do some deep squats? I've been doing a good job eating correctly. Is that it? You know when I don't eat? When I'm moody, like I don't eat correctly, I'll double down on some garbage food. Well, I actually don't eat any garbage, but I'll add noodles, for example. Whole wheat, but I'll eat those if I'm really feeling feisty. I don't see her. Who knows how to follow me on Instagram? This phone doesn't offer me so many options. Amanda. I want to be able to leave questions up, but I think when I go live with Android, it's not like when I go live with the Apple. Question. There she is. Oh, thank you. Let's meet her. I'm calling her. Can you hear me? Oh, she's there. I can hear you tip tapping. Are you gonna talk?
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. I know you are. I gotta make sure we can hear you. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna start the podcast. You were here yesterday too.
Yes, I was.
Hey, can you see me?
I can.
Nice. So yeah. Well, if you were here yesterday, I remember. So, I mean, you get the drift. It's different in the day, nighttime, and I want to learn the day, but I got to be patient right now and figure out how I'm gonna deal with it.
Yeah, I work night shift, so Coco Lineal. So I'm up all the time.
Day and night.
I work 12-hour shifts, so I'm supposed to be asleep, but you came on, so now I'm stuck on doing this Instagram stuff, and, giving you a call.
I want to hear about you. You got to tell me about you. I want to learn about you.
What do you want to know?
Give me a bio. Give me the spiel. I don't know. Give me your spiel.
My spiel, I'm a twin. I have 2 grown kids and 3 grandbabies. And I've been a single mom. And that's about it.
At the end, are you a single woman? Or you've always been a single woman?
No, not always. I have for 18 years, yeah.
Nice. So are you like happy?
I guess. I mean, I miss my kids, because they're grown now, so one lives with his girlfriend, and then my daughter was with my 3 grandbabies someplace else, so.
Where do you live?
I live in Louisville, Kentucky.
We're in Kentucky. Cool. So it's like afternoon there.
Yeah, it's about 10. It's 12:45.
We're in Kentucky. This feels good. You got me feeling pretty good, I can tell. I can get it. I'm there. Is it warm?
It has rained every day this week, so I don't know. I'm just weird. I can't take too many days of rain, so I need the sunshine. I don't like to be hot. I just need the sun.
It's freaking cold
It's
where I
humid
live.
here. It's not like it's really humid here when summertime hits.
Yeah, you're in Kentucky. It's green and warm from what I can imagine. It's like tropical even, isn't it?
No, not really tropical. It's home. I mean, I've never really traveled anywhere or been anywhere. Never flown on a plane. Like, I've been a mom since I was 18, so, now it's my time. And I just don't know what to do with my time. So it's kind of like trying to figure it out.
Well, I think you're on the right track.
I'm trying. Because normally I don't do this stuff like TikTok, and that's out of my comfort zone. Calling you, that's really out of my comfort zone. So I want to take in these different steps.
I think getting out of your comfort zone is pretty basic. So, I mean, you coming out of your I'm coming out of my comfort zone a little bit, just doing it in the daytime. Jesus, the day crowd is fickle. So,
Yeah, I liked it when you were on nights, because when I'm working, because I work from home, so I can listen to you when I'm working, and I can see what's going on and stuff like that. Normally, I can't comment or drop gifts like I normally do, but if you like somebody and you have this connection with them, you want to send them love, so I drop gifts.
oh, you're amazing. No, I love it. I can sense the gifts, and you came on here and helped me from drowning. Everyone was watching me, just like, yeah. And yeah, you came here and saved me. So like, I owe you. I love this.
I don't know. You don't owe me nothing.
Well, I appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So I want to figure out a little bit more about you, because I think, so you being on track to figuring out what you want, like I could drill and figure out if you want to go make some holes and see if we can like get, the turnover? Because I bet you know what you want.
You know what? My life has always been my kids, so I don't even know, to be honest, what that is, what I want. I honestly don't. So I'm just like I said, I'm trying to figure all this out.
How long have your kids been away from home?
My son just graduated back last year in June, so he's been well, he's been living with his girlfriend longer than that though, because I lost my house. Well, I really didn't lose it. I had to sell. Because I was like working at a halfway house type thing, and one of the residents tried to commit suicide, and it just really took a toll on me, and so I kind of just shut down because it was terrible. So yeah, so I got behind on things, and then he wanted to graduate with his friends, so he moved in with one of my close friends. And he finished graduating, and of course had to get an apartment so he would have a home address out there. So I did that, and then after he graduated, I came back to Louisville, even though I want to be, closer to my kids. And it's not that far. I'm not saying that like it's a journey, but like everybody just has their own lives now, except for I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing besides working all the time.
I like it. I think that makes sense. So what? So what are you doing? So number one, what do you like your job? Is it the halfway house still? Ooh, and the man, there was stuff there's more. There's more. We could tip-tot around that stuff.
There's more. No, I went back. It happened on a Thursday, I think, and I went. No, it happened on a Thursday because it was the first of the month. We had like 20 intakes at one time that was shipped in, and I didn't have any help. Only had one person. It was just a whole mess. But and then I had to go in because I was like the facility manager, so I had to go and clean all this stuff up, and it was just like, can't do this. So I went back, and then of course they send him out, and then he comes back the same day I come back, which was Monday, and he's like, take him outside to smoke or whatever, and he's like, oh, that was fun. Can we do it again? And I'm like, no, we're not doing this again. And I was just like, I can't even look at you right now. So I just had to quit. And I was just like, I don't understand how he can make a joke out of it. And my boss was like, oh, I've seen tech. I was like, I didn't sign up for this. You know what I'm saying? You didn't say anything about this in this job description, so I didn't expect any of that. But yeah, I don't work there anymore. I've been at this job now it'll be 4 years in September. So I'm actually a patient health advocate. So I work nights. I'm in Kentucky. The doctors and nurses and ARNPs that I page out for are in Florida. So I work nights, 12-hour shifts. I do a lot of overtime just to occupy my time.
What is it again exactly, though?
I'm a patient health advocate.
Cool.
So.
You advocate for patients?
Yes.
Is it fulfilling?
Yes. Not really, because it's not really interaction with the patient so much. I basically just talk to them on the phone. I monitor their vital signs and stuff. Through the technology that they have, it's that they're set up for, and if they're out of their parameters or whatever their vital signs are set, then I call them and check on them. And then
No, it sounds like it's pretty deep though. And you don't get to talk? You talk to them on the phone?
Yes.
That's pretty intense.
Mhm.
That's pretty intense.
I-
That sounds like intense stuff. So you like people?
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I do like people, but I'm a people watcher, if that makes sense. Like, I pay attention. I have ADD, ADHD, so I'm very detail oriented. So my brain never like shuts off.
I'm listening. I move around. I get it. I'm like a multitasker. I'm learning it now. I'm a multitasker. In a good and bad way, I'm learning about it. And I like talking to people though. So I mean, let's get more into what you're doing. Let's get more into you. I think we should focus on you. Because
I do like talking to people, but then sometimes I'm like last night when I was slammed, and it's back to back to back to back, and it went from, I didn't take my first break last night until, I don't know, like 1:30 this morning, and I go in at 7, so that's how busy we were, because there's just 2 of us on nights. So it was really busy, so it's it gets a little draining when it's really, really busy like that.
so what do you want to do? So let's open up your horizons. So what are you thinking about? You're like, yeah, I want to figure out what I want to do. Like, have you been drifting around?
So when you were talking about this yesterday, you're like, I told you it's like I'm a boss ass bitch. So I was like, I've always wanted to do cosmetology, so I think I'm gonna go to school for that. And I actually started looking yesterday, and there's actually a place right around it's like a mile up the road from my house here that would work with my schedule. That's not as flexible. They're more flexible with my type of work schedule. And basically, I'm just paying for the hours that I'm actually there instead of like you would for semester type things at these other cosmetology places.
So what is cosmetology? Kind of define it for me. I'm not really exactly. I don't know what it is.
It's hair.
Oh.
Like hair.
Cosmetics.
Yeah. Like
cool.
Cosmetologists. Like it's the hair, makeup, nails, manicures, pedicures. They have all different kinds of work. I mean, all different kinds of. Like I can even go to school to learn how to tattoo eyebrows, because that's a big thing. And they get it, it's like permanently tattooed, so that you don't really have to worry about your eyebrows. And people do that for their eyeliners and lip liners and all kinds of stuff.
Cool. So that's your dream? That's what you've been thinking about?
Yeah. Yesterday you were like, don't talk about it, just do it. So
Yeah. That makes sense too. So, I mean, if you've been thinking about it for sure, if it fills your heart with some like happiness, like why aren't you doing it? Especially if you're doing overtime. Fuck overtime and fuck work. I'm a fuck work. Especially shift. Jesus Christ, shift work doesn't let your brain fucking be free. And that's just my opinion. Like I know everyone has to take care of themselves, but 9 to 5ers, like statistically, those guys are fucked. Like people who work in the regiment, and I'm an asshole about it, because the people who don't, it's just a different world.
and it is, and I guess because my I live in my dad's house because he doesn't live here. He lives with his girlfriend. So, and he's like, I don't care. Do whatever you want. I don't care. If that's what you want to do it. And my sister's like, I wish you would shut up and just do it. So I'm tired of hearing about it. I've heard about it since we were in high school.
Oh yeah, then if that's the case, oh my God, fuck, you gotta call us back when this starts. And if I inspired that, I want to be a part of that, because ASAP. If you've been holding it since high school,
Oh yeah.
oh my God, what is wrong? What's stopping you then?
96, buddy.
What's stopping you?
Just I guess because I've always, like, if I've ever I've ever needed anything, I've always went to my dad. You know what I'm saying? And now, for the past couple of years, I haven't had to ask for any help. You know what I'm saying? I've done it all on my own as far as financially for my kids. So I keep doing the things that I do so that I don't have to ask them for money in case my kids need something. If that sounds crazy, because they haven't always had, you know, everything and anything that they wanted. I mean, I could have called my dad or, you know, my mom 100,000 times and said, they want this, they want that, but I don't, you know, I don't do that. It's more like to me, it's like needs are different over wants. So, I don't know. I've really, you know, when we didn't have things like, and we didn't have Christmases and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm making up for it, all that now. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but, so I just make sure that if they need something, I'm always there. That they know that I have that backing if they need it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Mom, I don't have to be that mom anymore that says, I don't have the money for that. I'm sorry, you know? Because it's terrible to always have to say no to your kids because you have to pay bills and mortgages. And I know it's just life. And, you know, they know that. And they're very good with their money. They've learned, you know, I've taught them how to, you know, save and, you know, things of that nature. So I have really good kids. Really good kids.
Well, if they're good, and so what's happening is you've got the empty nest now, and you're. I mean, I can relate, man. My kid left me, and he left me like prematurely, so I wasn't fucking ready for it.
Right.
And he moved away with his mom, and then man, it's been years. And actually, so I was never a 9-to-5er, but I definitely was a dad, so that filled up my space. Like that was my go-to, not work, but like being a dad. And so when he left, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
And that's where I'm at, because like all of our house was the hangout house. You know, wherever my kids were, that's where all the kids were, and they all called me mom. So, and they all still do call me mom. They're 18. You know, I have several children. It feels like, and they all still call me mom. So, it was the cool house. It was the hangout house. We had bonfires, you know, and they rode their 4-wheelers in the backyard, and it was just great. It was great. It was just like back porch, you know, built a deck right there. You had an overhang, 2 ceiling fans. I mean, that's where we went all the time. We went on the back porch, and everybody knew. Everybody's welcome. So I had kids all the time over there.
All right. I mean, so yeah, I can see that, and it was happy. Like you seem to have happiness. And how about before? How about when you're like? And I guess you had kids early because you said you were like married when you were 18.
No, I've never been married.
Oh, but you had kids when you were 18.
I had one. Yes, I had my daughter when I was 18, and then she was. I was told, because you've had callers on here before where they said that they'll never be able to have kids because they have endometriosis and fibroid tumors and things of that nature. To where I was told that I would never be able to have kids. So it was a blessing that I had my daughter. Of course, I had an emergency C-section with her. And then they were like, yeah, it'll be a 1 in a million chance if you ever have another kid. And of course, you know, I went on in my life, and then boom, here comes my son, 2003. So it's like, okay. So yeah, I have 2 blessings.
Nice.
So that's when your caller the other day, or maybe it wasn't the other day. It was like maybe a couple times. I don't know how many episodes before, but they were like, she was talking about how that she wanted kids and things of that nature, but she couldn't have kids or something of that nature. I don't know. And I related it. You relayed that message to her that I said. I was like, I've got 2. Went through the same thing. So don't let them tell you that you can't, because
Yeah, I've heard, it's like that with babies and ladies. So, yeah. And so 18, how about before that? How was high school
Before
like?
what?
Before the kids?
I was high school. Um, High school was really fun, to be honest. I did all the things that because I hung out with friends that were older. Um, well, I had friends in high school, but we hung out with our brother's friends that were older. So we did all the things that we weren't supposed to do before I even turned 21, like go to bars, things of that nature. So I did all that before I was 21. So 17, 18 years old, you can get into a bar. You got two places you can go to hang out, have a good time.
Yeah, 17, 18, and you're a woman, they let you in the bar, and you're in Kentucky, it's like still young. The young girls, of course, no young boys. Ah, nice.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't actually. It wasn't young boys. It was older. It was older.
Yeah, exactly. The
Older
dudes are
guys.
older, and the women are these young women, and so you must have had a good time. Cool. So, okay, then so high school was good. How about before then?
It was rough. Um, my mom and dad's been divorced since I was 5, so I didn't do a lot of things that I should have done. Um, Such as like I've always play sports or Girl Scouts or going back to like the elementary and stuff like that. Because I didn't want to miss a weekend with my dad. But now I regret that, and I always tell my kids, do what you want to do. Don't I mean, don't let anybody guilt you into not doing it because you're afraid that they're gonna miss you or you're gonna miss them, because that's not gonna happen. Um, yeah. So I mean, but my dad too. It was like, and I'm seeing it now more that I'm older. I was always kind of mad at my mom about that. About anything that he did, I would always be mad about. Like if he didn't come pick us up, or when he was supposed to, or something like that. Normally he always would, but my mom got to run into that. But now I see a lot of the things that when we got older that she was telling us is true. It's whenever he had time for us when it's convenient for him. We're family when it's convenient for him and when he has time for it, and when he wants to. I don't know. It's kind of like all a show type thing. So now I'm kicking myself in the ass because I'm like, damn, mom was right. I should have done what I wanted to do. But he would never show up to those things that we wanted to do. Like going back to elementary school, we played intramural basketball, and this is just intramural, like within the school. He came to one game that whole season, one, and it was the very last one. So I don't know. Right now, I'm like I have I'm really because I guess I would always be a pushover, and I wouldn't stick up for myself. But stuff. So I just say whatever I feel, and it doesn't come out properly or maybe like it should, because he like keeps pushing me to that point where I just burst. Like I just like go into attack mode. So I don't know why that is. I think I'm and I don't even know. Well, I mean, I do know why, but it's like he doesn't get it because he doesn't see it.
But he's letting you live in his house.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Well, it's not bad, actually, man. So okay. You didn't talk about him in high school, though. He wasn't bothering you in high school.
Oh no, no, he's the type. I
I,
hated to even ask him for stuff in high school or middle school. Like he would, he would send home $60 every 2 weeks for 2 kids. every 2 weeks. Um, anything extra, like if my mom was like, well, you need to ask your dad if he can get you some new shoes. Dad's like, okay, yeah, we'll go get them, no problem. And then we go and get them. Bam! As soon as he spent that money, his demeanor changed. It was like, I don't know. It acted like he just acted like it was terrible that he had to spend money. So, yeah, we did. I didn't want to ever ask for anything. So yeah.
No, I get it. I'm listening to you.
And my twin is the favorite because he doesn't do the things to her that he does to me. As far as like because she has her shit together and apparently I don't. You know, she's married, has a husband, they have 2 incomes, they have a house, my niece. So, and this is all stuff that's just now coming up that he's said to my son because they were working together. And I'm like, did he not think that my son would not come back and tell me what he said? I'm not understanding this. So yeah.
Ooh.
He doesn't like to be called out on his shit. And I've been calling him out on it, and he doesn't like it. So, but I'm just sticking up for myself. That's the way that I feel about it anyways. But I admit that I don't do it correctly. Because I chew on it for a while, and I think about it, and I think about it, and I think about it. And then I'm like, can I let this go, or do I need to say something? And then I automatically, when he comes around and he starts his shenanigans, yeah, that's when we get into it.
So when you accuse him of something?
If I call him out on it, he like I said, he doesn't like to be called out on it.
He's a boomer.
On
I
anything.
mean, the boomers, man. He's a boomer. I mean,
Yep.
so the boomers have like, man, you've got a problem with your pops. Holy shit. Do you know that?
Do what?
Like, it's got ya.
Yeah.
I think you can let go. You can let go of it. Just so you know, it's like your pops, man. Man, fuck, I'm pissed at my pops too. But I'm ignoring him.
Yeah, I'm really trying, but like I said, like it's getting so bad where I don't. Like I told my sister, I was like, I don't even want to be at family functions anymore because he makes this ugly person come out of me that he makes me come out of my realm. I was like, that's not the person that I am, but he pushes me to that point, and that's all they see, and I'm just like, do y'all not understand? I mean, what it is like, he'll take a joke, and he'll keep digging at it all day long.
So I just got glitched out. You still here?
Like, and then when I start giving it back to him, trying to be.
Oh, we just got disconnected for a minute. I'm getting so many freaking phone calls. Holy shit.
That's there.
Yeah, we got glitched out. We're talking
Now
about.
everybody wants to call.
Wow, I mean, I
They
think.
know 007's on the line, so now they want to call.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone wants to call at once. I know it was my dentist actually. I ditched him.
He's probably calling to check to make sure that your tooth's okay.
Yeah, he is. That damn right he is, and I'm thinking about it. So let me think about it still, and then I'll let him know.
Right.
How's
Because
it?
if it's been a couple of days, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's a root canal, and it's feeling better than it did before. But you're right. Like it was infected before, so he told me the infection's still there. It was a root canal. It was a retreated root canal, but fuck it. Let's talk about your dad.
Well, I like talking. I never get to do this because I'm always the one that people come to talk stuff about. I mean, we go back. You know, when you talk to somebody, you go back and forth about the things that are going on. So that's what I like to do because it gets me out of my head when I hear somebody else talk about what's going on in their lives, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I like listening, and it's actually about that, and so you got like with your dad, I can tell it's like, but see, I feel kind of jealous, envious of you because you're like, so you're talking smack about your dad, but I mean, he's even letting you live somewhere. My dad's fucking gone, and he had so much stuff and nothing. Like he had so much stuff and access, and he hated everything, and he has a wife. She literally murdered him in my mind. Like he had a stroke now, and I think he might be recovering. I can't visit him because she pisses me off, and the whole situation gets me angry. And like he never chose. I even took him in the vlog in the last year. I took him. I was like, come with me. I took him to my kid I took him for a long road trip to go meet my son, and he was sick. I didn't realize it because no one told me. I didn't understand what was happening. And but the reason he's sick, when I think back at it, is because he chose to. He gave up. So when I hear your dad, who's obviously still kicking, he might be kicking you, but at least he's like, you're not a dead human being. At least you know you could live. My dad was like not a good example. I'm like, what in his life? I guess I have to be empathetic now, because like there's no way. Must have been some subconscious shit, and he was fighting demons. And you don't want your dad to be your demon, you know?
Yeah, and I don't, and I feel bad about it. But it's like, yeah, the only person that has the answers is him, but he will not sit down and have a conversation about it. Anything like so that I can clear the air and clear the slate. He doesn't want to sit down face to face and have that conversation with me. So, and then, you know, I don't know how to get past that when the person that you need to have a conversation with won't communicate back to you, or doesn't want to have that conversation with you.
Okay, I do. I know how to get past it.
Teach me a wise one.
Okay, well, you got to go back, and all those times at the dinner table, or whatever, as you're confronting him, like you gotta be gentle to yourself, like. And when you're little, you got to go pick yourself up from those places, because he's not going to show up there. He's not, and he's proven himself, right?
Well, yeah, because well, that was the thing is like when we were kids or whatever, like even still today, my cousins live right across the street, so and they still do. So we would go over there as soon as we got there, we would go over there because he would go up to the bar, or he would go play golf, or he would be working. So, but then when he didn't have anything to do, or he decided he was going to take a break from doing whatever he was doing, like drinking, then he would play a guilt trip on us and be like, "Why are you always back there? Why can't you hang out here? Let's play some rummy. Let's play some cards. Let's play some board games." But it wasn't like that all the time. And then we would feel bad because he would get upset because we wanted to go back there because that's what we were used to. So we did. So when I started looking back on things, I was like, it truly is. It's been like that since we were kids. I was like, it's always been at his convenience and his time, and when he wanted to make time for it. It's all on his time. That's still like, and it's still like that now.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen him since. No, I take that back. Yeah.
Fuck, I don't even. He's not even. He's still around though. You got a dad that's still around. Fuck, that's something. So why don't you be there for yourself, and everything that he does? Why don't you start doing now for you?
Like what do you mean?
Like take him as your example of how to get what you want, and give yourself the things that he hasn't.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't know. I'm just thinking this might be a prime example since it's exactly what you're like picking on, right? You're like, well, then now it's your turn. And on top of it, you can do it guilt free.
Right.
And that maybe might relieve you from having so much, because it sounds like you're envious of him.
I am, because and he gets on me all the time for working like I do, because he's like, you're gonna wear yourself out. I was like, but I learned it from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my twin sister and I, like, we've always worked. I worked since I was 15 years old. So, like, that's all. I mean, my mom and my dad both, they've worked all their lives. Actually, he's getting ready to retire, but he's really not retiring. He's going down to 3 days a week in a different building with the same company. So it's like, but he's like, why do you do it? I was like, because I'm trying to get mine while I'm here on Earth. You and Shannon, which is my twin, are set, and you have that financial backing. I don't. I'm still trying to get there to make sure that everything that I need or want is okay, and that it's there. I was like, I'm still trying to work to get to where I need to be.
I hear ya. I don't know if they do. I think so. With boomers, you're like what? You're a Gen X.
Me, yeah.
Gen X. I think the boomers are fucking us, man, and I'm pissed because they aren't empathetic, and the whole system that we're like running on doesn't really feel the burden of today's reality, which is that it's not flowing like evenly and fairly. There's like nothing being held accountable, and then you want to look to your parents, but they don't have the solutions. I think they're the biggest problem, and I think us looking to them, and every time I look to mine, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm burying myself because they're not gonna help. They don't understand.
Right.
And they don't, and the boomers don't have to, and honestly, you're like, we're getting to middle age, so they're gonna die, which sounds bad, and we're inheriting the world, and I really don't want to. I can't look to them for solutions because I have been, and I feel like.
And that's all I keep thinking about. I was like, my dad's in really good. Believe it or not, he's in immaculate health.
Yeah, man. Some of them, your dad might be. So a lot of boomers are fucking living long, man. I don't know how old your dad is.
Yeah.
And women, like that's why I talk about women being the alpha, because women don't die either. They last longer than most men.
Right. But it's like I told him, I was like, I could care less about any of your assets. I've never wanted your money. Like, I don't want any of your assets. All I've ever wanted was your time. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where it gets him, because he knows he's never done that.
Well, but you're not. Maybe he's showing you his love languages. You're not really empathetic because you haven't stepped outside of this role. Now you get to step outside in the role of like loving yourself, which might give you the fresh air to like, what? And then you're having like the relationships. You were never in a long-term relationship or what?
Let's see. Both of my kids' dads were drug addicts, so yeah, they never cared about or did anything to help their kids. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't give up the drugs for their kids, so it's always been me. And I think with my son's dad, that was probably the longest relationship I had was 7 years.
7 years is decent, and you know that, but it was a bad one.
Yeah.
Fuck, so it wasn't a good one.
No.
So it wasn't 7 years of goodness.
No. And 2 of it, I did the same thing, so I can't sit there and say, you know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and say that I'm perfect, because I'm not. Nobody is. But, you know what I'm saying? For the love of my kids, you know what I'm saying? And I still worked, and I still supported us. They never worked. You know what I'm saying? I've always taken care of everybody. And so it's...
Okay, and I'm just gonna take some stabs here. So maybe because the guys who couldn't support you, financially, which your dad always could, but maybe they were maybe giving in a different way, especially in the beginning. So you didn't receive their red flags. Maybe they spent time with you. I don't know. Why did you go with these other guys? Just this is me just thinking.
I think, well, like my daughter's dad, I've had known him since we were in elementary school, and I guess because it was in high school, and it was like, oh, now you're gonna notice me. Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, bet. So, we went out a couple times or whatever, and then got together, and then that ended very quickly.
With the baby.
Yes. But I was not in a relationship with him, but like the guy that I really wanted to be in a relationship with, and we were in a relationship. I loved him to death, and that was like my, I don't know, what do you want to call it? You would think your soulmate, but I couldn't open up to him and talk about things like I can talk about things with you now. He wouldn't. He would be like pulling at straws to get me to speak. But of course, that was the other thing that hurt when I was pregnant with my daughter, is because when I ended things with her dad or whatever, because he wouldn't be doing the drugs and he couldn't keep his hands to himself. And this is, like I said, when I was 18. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. I've already lived this life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna subject my kids to this. So, me at the love of my life, I'm working with him. Or I think it's the love of my life. I tell him first before I tell anybody else that I'm pregnant, even my mom or anybody. He's like, I'll stand beside you. I'll do, whatever you want to do. That's what you need to do. He's like, I'll be there. I'll do it. He's like, but you really need to tell your mom, or your mom and your dad. And I was like, okay, all right. So I got up enough nerve. The next day, told my mom and my dad. What's he do the next day? He ends our relationship. So that kind of hurt. Oh, it really hurt.
I don't understand. So, and how old were you? And this is this is your daughter's dad? That was after the 7 years?
No, that was my son's dad. He didn't come along until later in life, like actually when I was allowed to get involved.
So this man who broke your heart, that was your who?
He was my best friend. We were working together at the same place, and I just said something funny to him one night or something. I was like, oh, you came back in to see me, and he was like, yeah. He was actually I did. And I was like, shut up. I was like, let me just bring your stuff out for you. Come on, let's go. It's closing time. You know the routine, son. Let's go. And he's like, no, I really did. And so I was like, I do everything that we have to do. I walk out to my car, and he's sitting there. He's like, no, I really want to talk to you. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm in awe, because he is older, and he was handsome, and he was so sweet, and still talk to him to this day, as a matter of fact, and stuff. And he's admitted, he's like, I just couldn't handle it, but all the time before he actually admitted it, he just couldn't handle me having a child by another man. He'd always said, no, that wasn't it. And one day I was like, I got a break. I was like, just admit it. Just admit it to yourself that's really what it was. You couldn't handle it, and he did.
How long were you guys together?
Me and him were together over a year.
When was this?
Back in '96.
I'm a little confused. I'm
95,
getting confused. I'm listening. I'm like, okay, where are we? So we're with like a third lover, like kind of the love of your life. Is that your soulmate?
I thought it was, yes.
And that was in
Yeah,
98?
okay.
98?
Okay, so he ends it. You know, I have my child. You know, and you know, I go on. And then me and friends one night we go up to the bar. And I know it's never a good idea, but we'd been up there like a couple nights in a row. And this guy walks up to me, which is my son's dad. And he says, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "You doing good?" And I look at my friend and I was like, "Yeah, I'm great, you know, doing good. How about you?" And he's like, "Da da da." So I look at my friend and I was like, "Did I meet him last night? I don't remember this." And she's like, "No." She's like, "He wasn't here last night." So then that's how all that started with him. So, and then we were together for like I said, 7 years. I didn't know that he was really heavy into drugs until probably about a year into our relationship, I would say.
You didn't what? Sorry, I got lost that last bit.
I didn't know that he was really heavy into drugs until about a year into our relationship.
This is baby daddy.
Right. My son's dad.
What kind of drugs?
Drug of choice is crack,
Whew.
cocaine.
Okay, then you know all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of warning signs and stuff now that I didn't know then, that I know now. But he would make me feel like that, and he would always say that nobody would ever want me because I'm a single mom with 2 kids. You're fat, you're ugly, you're this, but that, stuff like that. And I thought that I needed him, but I really didn't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was just a mess. It was a hot mess.
But now it's all cleaned up. The kids are good. You have a bunch. You have a bunch of stuff you've let go of, but you're like wallowing in, man. Like, so where the fuck are you going? Where's that 18-year-old before every fucking thing and all that thing? How's she gonna go find her next guy? Or maybe how is she gonna go dance to the next dances and have those fun?
You know what? That I've always said that because when I look at my senior pictures, and this is gonna sound crazy, but when I look at my senior pictures, I'm like, I want to get back to that person. That person was a boss ass bitch. She knew what she wanted. Like, and she didn't take shit. She didn't take shit off anybody.
So whose shit is she taking now?
I mean, I felt like that I've taken everybody else's for years. Like,
Okay, and so now who are you gonna pay attention to? Like, literally, I can see you seeing her. You gotta be her, and you be her by supporting her now. And so she exists. You know her. You can't fuck around with that. And like, yeah, so it's cosmetics. Boom, watch it. Like yeah. Have you delayed? Fucking just sign up for the shit. If you can afford it, fuck. Boom.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I listened to you yesterday, and you were talking about I don't know how the lady got to pull that out of you. I was like, man, I've been there. I know. I've been there. I've been right where you're at. That's what I said. We connect on a lot of levels. Or we at some point in time in our lives for some reason. So that's why I was like, that's why I said I'm intrigued by you.
Good. I mean, it's out. It's out in the open, and I'm forceful with my opinions about me, but I'm just following my own path, and I want to see other people be somewhat forceful, like pursuing their own thing. And a lot of people talk smack. Like, you've got baggage you could let go of. I'm not sure if you want to listen to it or not. Like, you might want to listen to your podcast afterwards, because you got baggage, and it's like a little girl. It's a little girl. And it's probably because she's still pissed. And I mean, the version of your dad, and I can see it. It's like, it's you holding that up.
Yeah.
You're holding that up, and you're holding it again. He's an old fucking dude. He's gonna retire. And I know, man. I mean, we want these parents to change. Jesus, I want my parents to change too. And I'm pissed at my mom. Don't get me. When I see her, she triggers me, so I don't go. I don't go.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I told my mom, I was like, this is terrible, Mom. I was like, I don't even know. I was like, to hear his name, the sound of his voice, it's his house, and even if he comes here, I'm just like, I'm annoyed. I'm absolutely triggered and annoyed.
It happened to my mom. Like my mom recently, and like a lot of stuff happened with my mom. She got cancer, and that plugged me in deeper. And while she was fighting it, because she took over cancer, she's a fucking boss ass bitch. And I was there, and I was like, I realized a lot of it that my presence wasn't the thing that she wanted the most. Like it wasn't her healing. Like I've always been there for my mom, but I realized there's a lot more things that she wants that aren't me. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh God, well why don't you go get them? And I could just tell that she had me, so she's like, and then once she healed, she was mean to me again. She was kind of her old self, and I was like, yo, like, what the fuck? Why aren't you happy? And
Right.
and then my kid left. So you're saying that empty? My son left, and my mom had gotten over the cancer. In a lot of ways, it scarred her, but I mean, she didn't have it. And my son left, and she's like, "It's your fault. You didn't try hard enough." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I know how hard I've tried, and I know I can't control my kid because he's 16. And I was like, "What a weird thing." I was like, I thought we were in it together, we're not. She was pissed, and she acted like she's vicious too, like a little kid. And I was like, "You got some shit you got to heal, lady," because, and that's what I mean. Is like that's what I mean. I can't help her heal.
Right.
And I was like, I can't help my mom heal, and I want to heal, and I'm gonna heal myself before she does. Then.
Yeah. My dad makes these little digs about, well, I'm worried about this and I'm worried about that. Okay, well, I get it. I get that you're worried all the time. But, life happens. Things happen. They happen for a reason. I don't control the universe. So I don't know what he expects. He's like, well, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. Okay, well, stop. I don't know what else to tell you.
You gotta, but I can't really, his energy coming in keeps fucking taking us off track.
Yes.
So he throws you off track, and so you need to get on your own track and remove like his gravity out of you gotta need to like either choose to release it or metaphorically do it, or listen to what I'm telling you and fucking cut it, like, and realize that it's so possible, but watch it. Because then you're gonna fucking start, number one, the cosmetics is gonna lead to that travel, because you haven't traveled, and you have probably a longing because you haven't been on a plane. You want to get on a fucking plane. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna get on a fucking plane.
I just want to go somewhere. I don't even care where it's at.
Fucking, then the next thing you see, and then just fucking do it. Like, the kids are gone, you got the cash. Like, trips are like $200. It's $200 to fly somewhere, and then you get a hotel, and then all of a sudden you're gonna realize there's a lot of traveling that sucks. But maybe you're gonna go somewhere you like. So maybe that's gonna be like New York, or I don't know. You're from Kentucky, maybe you've been there, but I don't know. Like, you get to choose.
I've never been. I haven't been anywhere.
Where did you want to go? What did you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I want to go. I like the beach. I like the ocean.
Go to the fucking beach. I dare you to. Go to the beach. So I think the cosmetic school, you can sign up, and if you don't get I think, and before, I don't know if you can afford it. It's up to you if it's like not going to cause you anxiety. Like, do it before the school, and then go to school, get into cosmetology, and start doing, cutting hair and making people and talking to them and telling them about your dad and tell them that you said, fuck this shit, and I'm fucking cutting hair now because I like it.
Your merch for me. You're going to have to upgrade your merch and be like, this is a boss ass bitch, and start selling them and be like, here, this is for you.
So boss ass bitch, do you guys want boss ass bitch merch? Ladies, if any of you guys know, I need a graphic designer to make me a boss ass bitch logo, and I'll fucking put it on fucking people's asses.
Right here. I am right here.
You can do graphics?
Yes.
You're a graphic designer.
I can do a lot of stuff.
Well, you know what? Make a vector design. I mean, I understand graphics. I'm not gifted at it, and I'm good at talking. I thought you wanted to do hair. You're doing graphics? Do you know Adobe?
No.
You're interested in that. You got to know Adobe. That's graphics.
Well, yeah, but no, we're not. I'm talking about like when you said that you would pose naked for art and stuff like that. I can draw, I can paint.
Oh, I'm getting scheduled. I'm already booked. I'm a model. That's what I was thinking. I was like, listen.
You told me that. I was intrigued by that. I was like, that is fucking cool as hell.
I posed for, and I got posing for, and I actually did a whole show on it. I actually filmed it, and him drawing me, and then I was on the side talking. I had a boss lady there, a boss fam member, helping us host. It was hardcore, and I was getting drawn. You can see them in my highlights on my Instagram, like nude images of me that they drew. You can see me hanging. That's why one of the reasons I say fit.
I'm not fit. Boss, I'm not fit. I know this.
Do you want to get fit?
Yes.
Fuck, you know what? That's fitness. Oh my god. So most of this, because it's hard to see the fitness, is like fucking no sugar, basic, no fucking sugar. Yo, that's easy. You guys, listen. If anybody listens to me right now, you guys want to just feel fitter, no fucking sugar. And you get the cravings, you can't let them get the best of you. I sometimes eat whole grain pasta. Sometimes. Otherwise, I'm eating beans, no fucking sugar, no potatoes,
Yes,
milk.
They have sugar in them. That's what I told you yesterday.
You're not eating it?
You've got to pay attention to the beans because they do have sugar in them.
Well, brown beans, like they got, okay, how much sugar in the beans? Okay, well, this is like
The
a,
beans you pulled out yesterday, look on the back of the can.
okay, I'm bringing that. You guys want to, let's see. Oh my god, you're watching.
I pay attention.
No salt added. Okay, let's look at it. This is it. This is the beans that she's discussing yesterday. Sugar, 1 gram. 1 gram of sugar
How many servings?
for half a cup of beans.
Okay, how many servings is in there?
I don't know. Does it say servings? Where does it say servings?
Yes, it does. Right there above your half a cup.
Okay, just a sec. Neutral per half cup. There's 150 milliliters. I don't know. What are you talking about? I can't see any per serving thing. Just
Okay,
sec.
hold it over here and I'll tell you where it's
It's
at.
backwards though for you.
Oh, damn it. It should say like 2 point something servings in that can. It should be 2.5 servings in that can, or 2 1/4.
Well, this is 2 servings. A half cup is 100 per half cup. This is per half. This is 90 calories per half cup.
Because you weigh all your stuff out.
No, I don't weigh it out. I don't weigh it out. I just do. I do a caloric deficit. You can feel a caloric deficit. You know, like you can feel it. It's your body. Like you can feel. If you're hungry, you're on a caloric deficit. That's how you know you're gonna be fucking getting tighter. No sugar, and then listen. I fucking eat the fucking too many bananas, but this tightness, like I'm an overindulger. Huge, like I'm an enjoyer of everything overindulgent. So, but no sugar.
And you're gonna think, boss, don't take this the wrong way. I could care less about what your body looks like. To be honest, I mean, yeah, I'm intrigued by your face. Intrigues me. I will not lie. But it's the communication, the back and forth thing. Like I find myself talking to the phone when you're on. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, and it's just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to everything.
I think we're on a roll. I like you, and so I mean, there's that. But I mean, we kind of laid it down. You already know what you want to do. You just gotta do it, and then also, yeah, you gotta cut the cord there and give yourself some space. Because I'm not saying it's gonna be cut forever. It's our parents. Fuck, you know she's gonna come back. I gotta go visit my dad. But in a lot of ways, my dad had a stroke, and I don't have to go visit him.
Right. I mean that was the like it's been so bad because like my sister would ask me, well, because we're twins and we're like twins forever. She was like, I would tell her, I was like, you always do this favorite. She's like, I don't see it like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. So then I would tell her stuff, and now it's gotten to be so bad where she's like, I don't even know how to talk to you anymore. I don't know. Like it's gotten really bad because she would ask me to tell her. They asked me to tell them my feelings and not to let things get built up. So I tell them, and then they get mad at me because they ask me for my true feelings, and then they get mad at me. So it's like it's a never bothers me that she said that. But talking to you has helped me because you're just a third party. You don't know me, you don't know them, and you're just listening, and you just tell me, like, this is what you need to do. So, like, now today, I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders because I'm like, I don't have to act like that. I know what he's gonna do, so all I have to do is just do what I always do, be the person that I always am, and don't let him take me out of my comfort zone to where I'm exploding looking like a crazy bitch all the time.
Well, that's you. That's you letting it. And so if you gotta prep yourself. Especially if you can play everything out. You know it's a cycle, right? So it's like, dude,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of there. You're the kid. Our parents are fucked. The boomers, I really want to discuss boomers. They're 1954 or something to 1965 or something like that. Baby boomer generation. You guys are scaring me. And I'm a 1982. So I mean 1982, that's like beginning millennial. The Gen X's got fucked the hardest. As a millennial, I feel, as an old millennial, like a very like almost Gen X. And I'm learning to discuss these topics. Because like this is a topic. What you just defined is like, yo, like this is dealing with being a child of our boomer parents who are fucking broken, who don't have access to this communication that we need. That they're the ones who caused so much problems, and they're I don't think they're gonna have to deal with it.
You know what we've also noticed, boss, is because, like I said, I'm really close to my cousins over here because I see them, because all of our family's like right on this block here. So, like when I see them and we start talking and stuff about when we were kids and things like that, they lie. They fucking lie about stupid shit because they don't want anybody to be mad at them. So they lay the blame on somebody else, which my dad has done. He laid the blame on me for Christmas and Thanksgiving because I work.
Oh, you're fucked though. I don't even know what you're talking about now. Like you just swung me off on some sort of trigger. What's going on?
You were talking about the boomers and stuff. So like when me and my cousins get together and we compare stories about things that have happened.
The boomers lie or your cousins lie?
Both. We're like, they lied about that when we were kids.
Oh.
They lied about that. That's a damn lie. We're like these, and we talk about it all the time. I was like, we're just fucked.
Yeah, boomers are rough, man.
And then we start saying, are we the only ones out here that are dealing with?
You know why? Because and they also had so much access to these jobs, like easy kind of access to like, but they don't realize it. They don't realize that that's the way it was. I think they worked hard. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's a different. They were just exposed differently, and they have a different perception of the reality, man. And it's different now, and their expectations hurt us. I feel like. So I'm moving away from anything that there needs to be a huge socioeconomic, ecological, all of it needs to be shifted so fucking drastically from what our parents thought. So, and the only way you could do that, and I listen to your stories, like you need to remove yourself. And then number one, pursue your passion so you're not stuck in a loop fighting there, because that's your ideology. Like I can hear it, right? Like literally, this is like, it's like your religion.
Right.
It's your story.
Right.
And so, you know what? You're right. The third party is what brings me in and lets me kind of kick around and be kind of like, I'm aggressive and domineering in a weird way. But I also like to listen. So I give you a lot of space. But then I'm like,
and sometimes I need that. I'm like, because sometimes I'm so indecisive about certain things. I'm just like, okay, this is what you need to do. This is how you're gonna do it. This is what I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to get where you need to be.
That's what you you know how to do that, okay? Here's the next bit is like you're becoming the badass bitch now. You know, you got to step into that and realize that you have all the answers. And actually, that's one thing I've been talking about women. I'm like, women have all the answers. Like, you have all that extra. You're like ready for excitement and you need some sort of release. Well, here it is. Now take it, because as soon as you do, the world's gonna become a better place, because it needs all that energy from women to be released. Because there's a lot of women holding back based on like the social norms, convention, and I'm like, get that shit out. Old ideology, let go. Especially women who are mature now, they need to show the daughters.
Yeah.
You got a daughter, so I don't know. She sounds happy though, but maybe she's looking at her husband and pissed her, but maybe not. Maybe you were really giving.
She's doing the exact same thing I did.
Ah, well, that's what I mean. You're doing what you were told, so fucking.
Right. Well, I told her not to.
But you're not showing her. You're not doing it. You're still stuck on your dad.
You know what I'm saying? I had the conversations with my kids.
But he grew up. She grew up with you with the way you are with your dad. That shit's fucking a mirror that they watch. They don't listen to what you think is right. They just watch what you're doing.
Right. Well, I mean, because they didn't have a dad, they thought, you know, and he was around when, you know, they thought the world of him because he spends money on them and doesn't care.
Well, then he was not the worst grandfather, by the way. I'm just gonna keep telling you. Like, you keep telling me fucking shit that's awesome.
He's not.
Well, for me, if my dad, I gave my dad, he was the shittiest dad ever. I gave him the door. I was like, okay, be a grandfather. That's how I realized he's a shitty dad, by the way. When I was like, when I opened the door and I was like, come visit my kid and be his grandfather, and I took him there, nothing back. And I was like, and then he blamed me, and he's like, it's you. It's because of you that that's bad grandfather. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, my only wish in my life was that you took care and came around my kid. And you didn't even do that. And then I realized that he was blaming me for that. I was like, you're fucked. Dude, you cannot fucking have any control over my thoughts. You are stupid.
Right. Well, I mean, but the thing about it is, my kids and even, you know, my niece, they figured him out. I mean, they all know it's at his convenience and at his time when he wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they've been used. My kids have been used to it ever since they were born because they looked at him as dad. You know, because their dad's one around. So
Again, and your dad, did he fulfill that pretty well? Like that's where he might have shifted the energy, and you got to eclipse it. Maybe you could put that guy in your position then.
right. I don't know. Like I said, I just felt better like today. Like even though I should be sleeping, of course and I have to work again tonight, but whatever. But it's like I just feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. But when people talk to me now versus when they like even say like I don't know 6 months ago, they're like you've got that confidence. I hear it, and I'm like you're damn straight because I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk about it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I started doing that with TikTok.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the phone with you today.
Yeah. You're right. I think that there is this massive transitioning happening, and I'm a roller in it. I'm a part of it. Those of you who are watching right now, if you guys have received any cool momentum, taking your risks, the ones you know, the ones that our baby boomer parents can't see. They are not the end all, and they're not the solution, and we have to change. Not only can we change, but we have to. And and they don't like to change. Fuck that. We are an ever-changing. Characters in good books evolve. You're the protagonist of your own story. You're allowed to adapt and become who you want to be, even if the world is trying to fucking make you a character in their shitty fucking novel. I'm talking to the people on TikTok.
But see, that's what I listen to like I said, I listen to people's stories. That's what I do. Like, there's been times that you're like, you couldn't remember the word for something. I would be like, okay, that's what it is. And then you were like, okay, thank you. Yeah, that's what it is. And then you would repeat it because you're like, see, these people are listening to you. And I'm like, yep, that's what I do. I listen.
Listening, and I mean, it's your time to perform. You got to listen to yourself. She's in there. I mean, I met her. She's 18. She likes dancing. She had fun. She was a boss bitch, like you said it. And then you can go back, and there's a lot of the turmoil that she's fighting with the dad that's still around. Heal yourself so that you can deal with he is not going to change so you are the only thing that can actually be.
And that's the God's honest truth. I'm like, and we've talked, and my sister and I talked about it. I'm like, she's like, he's not going to change. So we just got to take him at face value for what it is and go with it.
So your sister might be a good example. Copy her styles. She's your twin. You're allowed to. That's what I mean, because you took the role of this other energy.
She is a boss ass bitch because she's never take like I said, he doesn't mess with her like he does with me. So like, if she says something to him, he automatically just changes as to where he'll just keep picking at me. So it's different, and I find it comical sometimes. So, but he knows that she doesn't financially need him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So he better toe the line, because if she cuts you off, she can hold a damn grudge. So he'd be waiting until hell froze over if she ever talked to him again. I mean,
we've discussed so many things.
I know, and we didn't even get into other things.
No, we didn't go deep. We didn't dig underneath, because I don't think we have to. I think honestly, you sound like a boss ass bitch. Why do I gotta dig up? And if whatever you have going with you, I mean, it sounds like you can communicate with it. You're aware, and you actually have. See, having a dad to bitch about is like not the worst. Like some people have like nasty stories that are like vicious.
Yeah, it wasn't never anything like that. I mean, like I said, he can't keep his hands to himself. So, and he admits that he's done it to me. As I was older, you know what I'm saying? He's done it to me. You know, so it's kind of like, we all know that. I mean, that's like I said, I call him a functioning alcoholic because he drinks every day, but he works every day. So, I don't drink.
Who?
You know what I'm
Who are we talking about right now?
We're talking about my dad.
Okay.
My dad's he is, he's not bad. I just realize things when I talk and I think about things. I go all over the place, so it's kind of hard to keep up with me sometimes.
Yeah, you're pretty quick. Okay, well, I mean, we dug a little bit there.
You must be reading comments.
No, I'm just sitting here.
Just sitting there.
Oh, I was listening to you. I guess you can only see a fraction of me. I got 3 phones going. I'm on Insta, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm on Instagram now. I've added you, so then I have to go back and look at your stuff to get more motivation.
The YouTube, get the YouTube. You can see me with my kid. You can see my progression, and actually, you can meet my dad in the highlights. You can meet him. I took him on trips with me. I did what I'm talking about. I risked everything and I gave extra to lose. People watched me.
Right.
They watched me.
I'm one of those that, like, if you're crying, I'm gonna cry. So we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, when you have this connection to people and your friends, and you're in tune with them, you like their vibe, you like their energy, and things like that. You feel some of the things that they feel. So, yeah. So I totally get that. I'd like to see your son.
Oh, you'll see him in there. Go watch the YouTubes. He's in there. Like there was one I couldn't publish. It's so intimate. You have no idea. I watch it to and you can actually get a really good feel. The YouTubes are the links are in the bio, you guys. And then also you can go see my kid. He's the best. He's handsome too. I made a really good looking kid.
Believe it or not, I kid you not, my kids are gorgeous. They both are.
I believe it.
They are both. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So, and we have open communication about a lot of things. Everything, to be honest. I mean, even all the hundreds of other kids that are around, they would always come and to talk to me too. So, you know, they were like, I could never talk to my mom like when we all sit around and talk, you know. And I'm like, I mean, if you have to have that open communication with your kids.
Everything that you're talking about like makes so much sense to me. But again, it's not like we were taught in school. It's not typical, and it's coming, and technology is making it pretty clear that this stuff exists. And so when I hear your story, because we didn't even actually get to the crux of you, like, I mean, when was the last time you had sex? Did we talk about that one?
Years ago.
How many?
18?
You haven't had sex in 18 years?
Nope. Nope.
Like that's,
I have not.
you have not had sex in 18 years.
No, I have not.
Okay, listen, you're gonna have sex so
I
soon.
knew that this was coming, and I was like, I've told you this, and you're always.
I didn't realize what the fuck you were avoiding here. Now I know what you're avoiding. You haven't had sex in 18 years. Jesus, that's a whole show. Listen, we're gonna need to talk about that. People are gonna have to tune in to the next
I knew
episode.
that was coming. I was like, you're gonna say, come back. I want you to come back and talk to me because we have a bunch of stuff to talk about now.
We're sad. We want you to get laid ASAP.
And it's not that I can't, or you know what I'm saying?
No.
I can find that anywhere.
What's going on?
I have friends and you know whatever, but I just don't do that stuff.
You don't fuck?
No, well, no, it's not like no, I don't. No, it's not like I don't fuck. It's just like I don't know. It's always that insecurity that comes back. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to gain this confidence back, so I, you know, so I'll be less insecure about me.
Okay, you're beautiful. Like I want to fuck you.
And why would that be? I don't know. That's what everybody says that. They're like, are you serious right now? I'm like, I'm serious. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like,
It sounds exciting.
it does sound exciting.
Like to give it to you. You deserve it. I think you'd be hungry. It'd be fun. You're gonna be mean to whichever guy you choose. You're gonna tear that motherfucker apart.
Probably.
Yes.
I don't doubt that.
So what's stopping you? What's stopping you?
I say this with all confidence. It's not cocky, it's confidence. It's like, you can't handle all this, I'm telling you. So going back over there to where you go, so then I shut them down real quick.
Well, I don't know. If it's been 18 years, I think I don't know what that is anymore. I would pick on it a bit. I'd be like, get that shit fucking together and get it smashing.
Like you said, that's a whole other show.
Yeah, this is a whole other show. This is a whole other episode, ASAP.
Yes.
Like, we're going to need to do that as soon as possible. So, I feel like if you start moving ahead, and within moments, you're going to get some D.
I mean, like I said, it's not about that to me. Not at this point. I mean, I've been out for so long. I don't even think like that anymore. Like.
Okay, well, can I get you thinking like that? Like, think about, like, mouth watering, like wetness,
Like I think.
pinches, wetness, wet, dripping, 18 years, Jesus, shaking thighs, no control. He's in control. He's telling you what he wants, and you're doing it. He's telling you. He tells you where to put it, where to hold on. You don't even have to move. He's got you pinned. You don't even choose.
It's a done deal, right?
What? It's a done deal? Well, I mean, yeah.
There's no safe words.
Well, no, there is safe words. Oh my God. But you don't even, I feel after 18 years, there's no safe words for that motherfucker. So do you,
That's
oh.
what I said. See, you have to listen to what I'm telling you.
Oh, I remember there was no safe words, but, and then you sent me a train.
What are you talking about here? I like it though, and it's gonna sound terrible. It's gonna really sound terrible, but I like it that men are now a little bit intimidated by me. I challenge them, not in a mean way, just like flirting, joking. You know what I'm saying? And they like it, and I don't know why.
Do you like it or do they? And what do you want? I'm telling you, what do you want? Lady, I want you to you're gonna find this guy. He's You 18 years. So what? Are you rolling your eyes at them and they're running? What the fuck?
No, I just, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really let it go that far.
Well, you gotta, because I think that will change it. Number one, this bullshit about your dad will fucking melt away. You'll start thinking about the D, and get a young one, get a younger one. And they're kind of a little bit of maintenance, but I mean they do some pipe cleaning. You know, they do their job. It's a boost. It's a boost.
Yeah.
Because it's subconsciously that's what's going on, dude. Subconsciously, come on. You don't think you have that? You're gonna tell me I don't think about it? Okay, listen though. Just so you know, you're gonna be telling me I don't think about it. A lot of this regret stuff, that's where it's coming from. The moment you have like, yeah, it'll be. Come on, it's subconscious. You're human.
But what is it about? What is it about this? Because it's like the age thing. Like, why is it that these younger men are like attracted to these older women? I want to know. Like I'm talking to this guy now, and we have 11 years age difference, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I would not be a person that you would pick out in the crowd if we were in a.
What are you talking about? Who is telling you this shit? They're not picking at the crowd. You're listening to social conventions voice, okay? What you guys are talking isn't even about people's voices or picking out. It's like endorphins and it's subconscious. It's fucking animal shit. Picking out in a crowd. Jesus Christ, what are you thinking? You're in a forest. You're in the fucking caves. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, Don't listen to social, like, we were told not to fuck people who are younger or older than us. But humanity and animals fuck. Period. So yeah, you need to let that in. Let it in. You got a guy 11 years younger and he wants it? You trust him?
I don't know yet.
Oh, well, fuck.
Not that far.
Okay, well, I mean, does she trust him?
Does he trust him?
Does she trust him?
Does he trust him? No.
Well, fuck. Wait till the moment she trusts one, you let her go. She's a good girl because it sounds like she's crazy in love. If you're able to hold her back that much, she'll pick a good one quick. She will. She'll pick a good one. Let her be.
And that's the thing is like, I'm waiting because I know when that's gonna happen.
Well, let her be the choice because she's in control. She's gonna take control over you. She's gonna drive you crazy. Or if you try to control her, that's like, you can't control her. That's mean. That hurts.
Right. And then that's again not taking care of myself.
Well, pretending that it doesn't matter is the worst.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't realize that's what's going on here.
That's a whole other podcast we were supposed to do. What are you talking about?
My sound keeps on going off on my Instagram, and I learn about it way too late. That's why no one shows up. Well, anyway, we're at the end of the second podcast. We've spent quite a bit of time together.
Oh yeah. Like over an hour.
Oh yeah, much over an hour.
And these people are probably still calling you and be like, is this chicken ever shut up?
Nah, well, I mean, this was good. It's funny because you hid the good stuff. But I wasn't looking. I should have asked the question sooner. Such a good question.
Yeah, I was waiting because I thought we were going to start off with that. So I was all prepared for that.
Yeah, you worked me though. You're a hustler. We need you to come back.
I was going to come straight out and tell you. To be honest, I was just going to come straight out and tell you because I knew.
18 years.
I was prepared for that question.
Well, we don't listen. Okay. You having sex is like. Is as many of the people's here, like they're giving you the best energy that you come back after 18 years and hopefully we play a role because that's very fulfilling. The universe will pat us on the back. So if it happens, you let us know. And then there's the cosmetology and
You're going with me, right? We're going on this journey together.
yes, and we're not judging. Listen, the Amazon guy, the mailman, the milk fucking dude, we will not judge. As long as you feel safe. Listen, if you feel safe.
Is that what you're saying?
What?
You're just saying I need to get laid. Is that what you're
Well, as long as it's been 18 years.
The look on your face, you're so upset by that right now.
No, I'm not. I'm upset that you came on because you actually want to release this.
Right.
And okay, so don't listen to Social Convention. You got to get rid of your dad. Your dad's not gonna. No one can judge him. And trust me, there's gonna be a lot. You're gonna have no problem. But just listen to her then. I don't know if she's been released. She's got to be kind of antsy.
She comes out a little more every day.
Let her out.
Yeah, she comes out a little more every day.
Someone just wrote, dude, I'm born in 1960 and I have a younger man. It's awesome.
Right. So I've heard. That's all I've heard. That's all I've heard.
This man better be well rested, they're saying. Yeah, you're an exciting story for us. This is exciting. And yeah, we only have a few seconds left in the podcast, so. What are we going to call you?
You call me 007.
007 in Kentucky. Just because we want to know where the context here, because we've had a 007.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
what they all call me, so.
I'm down.
I'm stuck with
Okay, so we're going to London, though, so, right? Or somewhere. We got to travel, too, because 007, right?
Right, 007. Gotta travel, gotta go somewhere.
Okay, well, we're going to hear back from you sooner than later, I'm sure. There's a lot of things you got to check off the list. As soon as you check off one, you can call me back.
Right. I'm gonna TikTok it all the way to you, okay?
All the way. I'm here. I love it.
All the way.
007, have a good one.
You too, thanks.
Woo! We only have a couple seconds left in that podcast as it comes down and clicks down to the end. How'd you guys like that? My sound always goes on Instagram. I'm sorry about that. For those of you who are listening on Instagram, make sure to go check out that whole conversation on the podcast, Bosscast. This is the first episode of many on this episode. It's episodes in podcasts. The podcasts are really like novels. Because we actually had to get down to the 18-year chastity. Jesus. That kind of resilience. Women who can hold on. Check out that Bosscast and let me know what you guys think about 007 in Kentucky. She's going to travel. So that's what I'm going to title that episode. Oh yeah, we spoke for a while. Yeah, it's a Bosscast. It's one word, Bosscast. Thank you. Make sure you go check it out on Spotify, all of you. Links in the bio too. This is actually a podcasting show. I'm a podcaster. Fundamentally, I've been living like a monk though. I have a partner. Maybe I'm in an open relationship, and I'm living like a monk, like more or less alone all the time. And really happy in my loneliness, so. But also, I'm excited to meet all of you. I'm going to be going and eating and call my dentist. Brilliant, Spotify, awesome. Are you using Anchor? Hell yeah. Who is this Healing Heart? Follow me on Instagram, Healing Heart. Let's see does someone want to call? Does someone want to call and have a convo? I got some coffee. We could brew a pot of coffee. I also have a podcast. Yes, Healing Heart. You know what? Give me a call and be on my podcast then. Let's hear it. Do it right now. Go onto my Instagram. Give me a ring. I'll answer the phone. We can have the conversation like I was just having. Get on there. Anchor called The Healing Heartland. Well, I want to talk about my healing Heartland, on my podcast that you're on right now. Get in there. She'll be on there. She's like, I'm healing Heartland. I'm beautiful. And I'll probably fall in love with her. I want to pursue her, but she's going to be a million miles away. But she's going to like me too, because I'm going to offer her some sort of new perspective, and I'm going to listen to her story, and it's going to be titillating. Aw, crap, what's up? Woo! We'll see. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun. I'm like a third party, some people say, right? You just talk. I do. Yo, Kelly, give me a call. Give me a call, people. Because I have to get back to that dentist, if anything. Or do you want to call? Do you guys want to call? People are listening and they want to call, but they don't. They're skeptical. So some people listen for a long time. And how long has it been since you wanted to call in but haven't? Who's shy? Who's shy? Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna go call the. I'm shy. You're beautiful though, and I love you. Karen, I love you too.